This program is to explain the conceptual difference between passing by value and passing by address style of argument passing to a function. The REV function is written here with a simple change compared to the previous example. Here it takes two arguments, one is an integer and one is a pointer variable. In the main, we have declared two integer variables m and rm. M address is 10018, rm address is 10020. Of course, we are assuming these are the addresses of m and rm variables. And we assume that the user has entered 4917 as a value of the variable m. And then REV function is called. Now, let us try to understand how this function REV practically works. In the process, we will try to distinguish between passing by value and passing by address style of argument passing. However, remember that when the function REV is called, m value, that is 4917, and the address of the rm value, that is 10020, will be sent to the function. When the function is called from the main, the memory for the arguments and also the variables inside the function block will be allocated. Thus, for the variable n, memory will be allocated, and from the main we are sending the m value, that is 4917. Thus, n variable value of the function becomes 4917. Also, we are sending the address of the variable rm from the main, that is 10020 we are sending from the main. Thus, the same will be assigned to the variable x, that is, for the pointer variable x, first memory will be allocated, and in that memory the value whatever we are sending from the main, that is 10020, will be stored. Thus, x value becomes 10020. However, you have to note one important difference. Here we are assuming that the address of the variable n is 10026. As n is an integer, it takes 2 bytes only. Thus, address of the x variable becomes 10028. Inside the function, a variable s is declared. For that also memory will be allocated. Its initial value is taken as 0. While n is evaluated, currently n value is 4917. Thus, the while condition becomes true. Thus, while block will be executed once. S value becomes 7, that is 0 into 10 plus 4917 modulus 10, that is 7. Thus, S value becomes 7. N is equal to n by 10 is calculated. Thus, n value becomes 491. Again, while condition is tested. While n is 491, thus it is true. Thus, while block will be going to get executed once more. S value becomes 71. N is equal to n by 10 is evaluated, thus n value becomes 49. While n is evaluated, currently n value is 49, thus while condition is true, thus the while block will be executed once more. S value becomes 719. N is equal to n by 10 calculated, thus n value becomes 4. While n is evaluated, currently n value is 4, thus condition becomes true, thus the loop is going to get executed once more. S value becomes 7194. N is equal to n by 10 is calculated, thus 4 by 10, that becomes 0. N value becomes 0. The while condition becomes false as n value is 0, thus we will come out from the while loop. By now you might have observed that n variable value became 0, s value became 7194, which is the reverse of the variable m. Now the statement star x is equal to s is executed. What is the value of x? 10020. What is it? It is the address of the variable rm of main. Star x, the value in that memory, is equal to s. Thus 7194 will be stored in the memory of the variable rm. Remember here one important aspect, n value became 0. However, capital M value did not change as it is sent as a passing by value style. However, what is the value of the variable rm before entering into the function? We have declared the rm variable in the main, but we have not initialized to any value, thus its value is trash. But however, when we come out from the function, it contains 7194. What is it? It is the reverse of the variable m, which means that we send address of a variable to a function. In that address, if you do any changes, those changes are visible in the main or Kali program. If we send an argument as a passing by value style, like our first argument of this function rev, whatever happens on the formal argument, that is n, it will not really take place on the actual argument m. This is the important conceptual difference between passing by value and passing by address. Again, n became 0, but it doesn't mean that m has changed, as it is a passing by value style. However, rm value has changed, as its address we have sent to the function. In that address, we have stored something from the function, thus the rm value has changed, and the same change we are able to see. This is the most important difference between passing by value and passing by address. Memory which was allocated for the variable s will be deallocated now. Memory which was allocated for the variable x will be deallocated now. Memory which was allocated for the variable n will be deallocated now. And then function control returns to main. Now we are in the main. The last printf statement, when it is executed, m value will be printed as 4917. whereas RM value will be printed as 7194. This program is